Here today I'll show you the ignition system, that means battery ignition or coil ignition system component, which is a distributor. As you can see, it's connected with the camshaft here, directly connected with camshaft, and all components of this distributor I'll disassemble from this engine, and I'll show you on the page all components of this distributor. Okay, this is the one part of ignition or coil ignition system. So we have disassembled from the engine. This is a distributor and its components. This one is a gear, distributor gear, and it's connected to the camshaft, and it's driven by the camshaft. So this is as a whole distributor shaft. And as you can see, this is a little component. It's called condenser, and this component is responsible to protect this part. This is what called contact breaker point, and as a contact breaker point open and close, it creates a spark here, and that spark damages this tip. Okay, so to eliminate that thing, this condenser or capacitor is connected parallelly to this contact breaker point. So this is a contact breaker point, and this one is rotor. This one is rotor, and it's rotated by the distributor shaft, as you can see. So this is rotor, and the other part is, this one is distributor cap. It's assembled like this, and this distributor cap have this shaft. This is a graphite shaft, and it is spring loaded, and it's connected to this part. This is rotor, and this one is what we call the terminals, and those terminals are directly connected to the high tension and this and to the spark plug. Okay, to the spark plug, and this is what it looks like, the distributor cup. And when the rotor rotates by the camshaft, as you can see, when the camshaft rotates, it rotates the distributor, and it distributes the high tension volt to each spark plug. And the other component is this one, and this one is vacuum advance, and it's the main function of this component is to advance our ignition when the motor or when the engine works in idle condition, or when you drive on the cruise condition, or in other words, when you are not press the accelerator pedal, the advancing mechanism of the ignition is controlled by this vacuum advance. There is also the other advancing mechanism on this ignition system, that's called mechanical ignition system. I don't think it is visible for you, but if you see on this hole, there is a spring, and there is also another masses which is retracted by those springs. So this mechanical advance mainly used to control the advancing mechanism of ignition while you are pressing the accelerator pedal. So by those two mechanisms, our distributor is control the advancing mechanism of the ignition system. So to revise the components of the distributor, this one is a distributor cap, and it's connected to this port. It's called high tension cable, and this cable are directly connected to this spark plug. So each high tension cable are connected to spark plug, while the other part, the central part of high tension cable, is connected to the ignition coil directly. Okay, ignition coil. This port is graphite load, a graphite shaft which is spring loaded, and it's connected to this part. This is rotor, is rotor, and it's responsible to distribute the high tension cable which is coming from the ignition coil and transfers by this rotor to each individual terminals. As you can see, there are four terminals. Those terminals are responsible to distribute or to transfer the high tension or the high voltage to each spark plug. The other part is this one. This is special part of the distributor. Is a contact breaker or contact breaker point. This one is open, as you can see, and closed by the cams which is found on the shaft. As you can see, there is 4 lobes on this shaft, and this is a cam. So this cam is responsible to open and close like this, like this, like this, and when it opens, the current does not flow to the ground and it makes to ignite spark plug. So this all components of the distributor. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.